Good morning students. We have already started our chapter photosynthesis in higher plants, and last time we discussed about raw materials that are required for photosynthesis. Today we are going to talk about the photosynthetic units and the two important photosystems. So let's start with the photosynthetic unit. What these photosynthetic units are, basically these photosynthetic units are made up of group of pigment molecules. बहुत सारे पिगमेंट्स एक ग्रुप में प्रेजेंट होते हैं एंड व्हाट दीज पिगमेंट्स आर गोइंग टू डू, दे आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द कन्वर्जन ऑफ लाइट एनर्जी इनटू केमिकल एनर्जी. So group of pigments are there and what their role is, they are playing role in conversion of light energy into chemical energy. That simply means that assimilatory pairs are going to be forming and these assimilatory pairs are ATP and NADPH. In our lower classes we said that light energy is converted into chemical energy. जितनी भी सन से रेडिएशंस आती हैं उनको केमिकल एनर्जी की फॉर्म में स्टोर करके रखा जाता है ATP और NADPH की फॉर्म में, और आगे जो रिएक्शंस होती हैं इन दैट दिस केमिकल एनर्जी इज बीइंग यूज्ड. सो दिस कन्वर्जन इज बीइंग डन बाय दिस फोटोसिंथेटिक यूनिट. क्या क्या कंपोनेंट्स हैं इस फोटोसिंथेटिक यूनिट के? दिस फोटोसिंथेटिक यूनिट इज मेड अप ऑफ टू कंपोनेंट्स. फर्स्ट वन इज अ रिएक्शन सेंटर or you can say a photocenter, and the second component is a harvesting complex. First let's talk about the reaction center, then moving to the harvesting complex. Reaction center is basically a dimer of chlorophyll A. इट इज गोइंग टू बी प्रेजेंट इन द सेंटर. सेंटर में प्रेजेंट है क्लोरोफिल ए का एक डाइमर प्रेजेंट है एंड दिस इज गोइंग टू एब्जॉर्ब लाइट ऑफ लॉन्गर वेवलेंथ. एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ लाइट ऑफ लॉन्गर वेवलेंथ. either it is going to absorb light at 680 nanometer or it is going to absorb light at 700 nanometer. This is how the reaction center or photo center is functioning. उसके बाद बात करते हैं हार्वेस्टिंग कॉम्प्लेक्स की. Lots of pigments are present surrounding this photocentre. Photocentre के सराउंडिंग में बहुत सारे पिगमेंट्स प्रेजेंट हैं. They are associated with proteins and after association with proteins they are making a light harvesting complex. And this light harvesting complex, we are dividing this complex, the molecules into two parts. One are going to be the core molecules जो बिल्कुल chlorophyll A dimer के पास present हैं, और जो outer boundaries पर present हैं they are the antenna molecules. So antenna molecules are there and core molecules are present. This is how the arrangement is there. Now let's understand this arrangement in a diagrammatic form and let's see how this photosynthetic unit is functioning. Say this is the photocenter or reaction center that is having a dimer of chlorophyll A. Now this dimer of chlorophyll A, I told you that is going to be surrounded by the light harvesting complex. This is how the different molecules are going to surround this chlorophyll A. They are also absorbing light, but they are absorbing light shorter than the light absorbed by chlorophyll A. ये भी सनलाइट को एब्जॉर्ब करते हैं बट वेवलेंथ इज गोइंग टू बी शॉर्टर देन दैट इज एब्जॉर्ब्ड बाय क्लोरोफिल ए. and other thing is they are absorbing light at different wavelengths. Chlorophyll A is going to absorb one specific wavelength. These all light harvesting complex are going to absorb different wavelengths, but shorter than that is being absorbed by chlorophyll A. So, when solar radiations are going to come, chlorophyll A is going to absorb, say it is going to absorb 680 nanometer or 700 nanometer. There are two wavelengths that is being absorbed. We will discuss later on. Some shorter wavelengths are also absorbed by these molecules. जो बाहर की तरफ present है, outer present है, these are known as antenna molecules, and which are present near to the photocenter, these are known as core molecules. And this is obviously the photocenter, or you can say the reaction center. Now, when these antenna molecules are also absorbing radiations of shorter wavelength, they are going to excite. जब भी एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब करते हैं ग्राउंड स्टेट से, they are moving to the higher energy state. In higher energy state, they are going to emit a electron. This photocenter is also going to come at higher energy state, and it is also going to emit the electron. Just like that, these antenna molecules are also emitting the electrons. Now they are in a sequential manner, they are passing their energy towards the core molecules. This is how they are, that is coming in excited state, electron is emitted out, it is going to pass this energy to the next molecule and again coming to the ground state. This is coming at excited state, again passing its energy to next molecule and coming at ground stage. This is how all these antenna molecules are going to pass their energy finally to the reaction center. This is how the reaction center, these are helping the reaction center to get more and more energy. And when whole energy is going to reach this reaction center, it is going to be coming at higher excitation state, and finally a electron is going to be emitted out. This electron is accepted by a primary electron acceptor, and there are lots of carriers, electron carriers, through which this electron is going to move, and again it is going to be coming back to the photocenter. And we know this process, the coming back, energy is being liberated out, electron is going to come back to the photocenter, and this process is known as fluorescence, which we have already talked about in our previous class. This is how the photosynthetic unit is functioning. The energy that is being liberated out, that energy is used for the formation of assimilatory powers, that is ATP and NADPH. So this is how a photosynthetic unit is functioning. Now, when we are talking about the photosynthetic units, there are two groups of photosynthetic unit. On what basis? Two groups are being distinguished, that simply on the basis that whether the photocenter is going to absorb wavelength of 680 nanometer, या तो क्लोरोफिल ए का डाइमर 680 नैनोमीटर को एब्जॉर्ब कर रहा है, या अगर उसके बियॉन्ड 700 नैनोमीटर को एब्जॉर्ब कर रहा है. सो वी आर हैविंग टू फोटो सिस्टम्स, फोटो सिस्टम 1 that is PS1 and photo system 2 that is PS2. This PS1 is working at 700 nanometer and PS2 is working at 680 nanometer. So I am distinguishing PS1 and PS2 simultaneously. So this side I am taking PS1 and this side I am taking PS2. That is simple, photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. So let's see the difference one by one. जब हमने location की बात की थी where these photosystem are present, when we were talking about chloroplast, then I told you that in the unappraised part, whether it is granule thylakoid or stromal thylakoid, दोनों ही thylakoids का जो unappraised part होता है, there PS1 is going to be present. So it is present in unappraised part of granule thylakoid and stromal thylakoid. If we talk about PS2, that is present in appraised part of what? Of obviously granule thylakoid. This is one difference between them, that where they are present. The second difference is the wavelength the photocenter is going to absorb. In PS1, the wavelength that is absorbed by the photocenter is 700 nanometer, and if we talk about PS2, then the wavelength that is absorbed by PS2 is 680 nanometer. That is another difference. Another thing, both PS1 and PS2, they are having chlorophyll A, they are having chlorophyll B, and carotenoids are present. So here also chlorophyll A is there, B is there, and carotenoids are present. Same thing is with photosystem 2 also. They are also having chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, and carotenoids, but their concentration is differing दोनों में. If we talk about over here, तो यहाँ पर chlorophyll A का amount ज़्यादा है as compared to chlorophyll B and carotenoids. So they are less in amount. If we see over here, chlorophyll B and chlorophyll A, they are equal in number, but carotenoids are going to be less. That is a difference. Now another difference is, अगर हम फोटोसिस्टम 1 की बात करते हैं, तो फोटोसिस्टम 1 में जो फोटोसिंथेटिक यूनिट है, दैट इज मेड अप ऑफ अ फोटोसेंटर, एंटीना मॉलिक्यूल्स प्रेजेंट हैं, एंड ऑब्वियसली इलेक्ट्रॉन कैरियर्स प्रेजेंट हैं. फोटोसेंटर से जो इलेक्ट्रॉन एमिट होगा उसको कैरी करने के लिए बहुत सारे इलेक्ट्रॉन कैरियर्स प्रेजेंट हैं. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट PS2, देन दीज थ्री थिंग्स आर गोइंग टू बी देयर. फोटोसेंटर प्रेजेंट है, एंटीना मॉलिक्यूल प्रेजेंट है, इलेक्ट्रॉन कैरियर्स प्रेजेंट हैं. अदर देन दिस, a extra complex is also there. So this is also having a photocenter, antenna molecules, electron carriers, and the extra one is a oxygen evolving complex. We will talk about these photosystem in detail, then we will see oxygen evolving complex में क्या काम होता है. This oxygen evolving complex is responsible for photolysis of water. वाटर का ब्रेकडाउन होता है ऑक्सीजन इवॉल्विंग कॉम्प्लेक्स में, जिसमें इलेक्ट्रॉन्स निकलते हैं, हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन इज बीइंग लिबरेटेड out, and this oxygen evolving complex is having some ions which are required for the breakdown, or you can say photolysis of water. These are manganese, calcium and chlorine. Another difference, PS1 or PS2, they take part in photophosphorylation, means light driven process in which ATP is being synthesized. There are two type of photophosphorylation, cyclic and non-cyclic. साइक्लिक मीन्स इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एमिट होते हैं फोटोसेंटर से और वापस फोटोसेंटर के पास आ जाते हैं. नॉन साइक्लिक मीन्स इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एमिट तो होते हैं फोटोसेंटर से, लेकिन वापस से मुड़ के फोटोसेंटर के पास नहीं आते हैं. सो फोटोसिस्टम 1, इट पार्टिसिपेट्स इन बोथ साइक्लिक एंड नॉन साइक्लिक फोटोफॉस्फोराइलेशन. While if we talk about PS2 cyclic photophosphorylation में रोल प्ले नहीं करता है. It is going to be only participating in non-cyclic photophosphorylation. We will discuss in detail both cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So these are some of the important and major differences between PS1 and PS2. It will be more clear when we are going to talk about cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So let's understand first the cyclic photophosphorylation and then we will move on to the non-cyclic one. So we are going to talk about photophosphorylation. This photophosphorylation simply means that with the help of light, ATP is being synthesized. Photo means light, phosphorylation. Phosphorylation means phosphate group is added. So ADP and inorganic phosphate are combining together and ATP is being formed, and the energy for this reaction is coming from the sunlight. That's why it is known as photophosphorylation. Now I already told you photophosphorylation is of two types. It can be cyclic or non-cyclic photophosphorylation. I am going to talk about cyclic photophosphorylation. So only PS1 is going to show photophosphorylation, cyclic one. Cyclic photophosphorylation सिर्फ PS1 शो करता है. At what conditions this cyclic photophosphorylation is happening? That is important to know. This cyclic photophosphorylation is happening at low light intensity. जब light की intensity कम होती है at that time cyclic photophosphorylation is there. The wavelength is going to be above 680. nanometer and CO2 fixation not happening. CO2 फिक्स होके किस में कन्वर्ट होती है? ऑब्वियसली कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स में कन्वर्ट होती है. तो यहाँ पर CO2 फिक्सेशन नहीं हो रही है, लाइट की इंटेंसिटी कम है. दैट सिंपली मीन्स NADPH नहीं बन रहा है. सो देर इज नो रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन टू फॉर्म NADPH. बिकॉज NADPH इज गोइंग टू बी रिक्वायर्ड फॉर CO2 फिक्सेशन. अगर CO2 फिक्सेशन नहीं हो रहा है तो NADPH नहीं बन रहा है. उसके लिए क्या रिक्वायर्ड है? इलेक्ट्रॉन रिक्वायर्ड है. इलेक्ट्रॉन इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. सो जो इलेक्ट्रॉन फोटो सेंटर से एमिट हुआ है एक्साइटेड स्टेज में, at last through the electron carriers it is again coming back to the photocenter. So let's explain this cyclic photophosphorylation in a diagrammatic way so that we can understand the sequence of events that are happening during the excitation state. So over here I am showing the reaction center. It is P700 because that is going to absorb the wavelength at 700 nanometer. Along with antenna complex are associated with it. That is going to be present over here. Whenever the solar energy, radiant energy is going to come, obviously the electrons are going to move to a higher energy state. And we know that at this higher energy state, a primary electron acceptor is present. So this place is acquired by a primary electron acceptor, जो इस higher energy के electron को accept करेगा, and that is acting as a strong reducing agent. यहाँ पर जो primary electron acceptor present होता है, that is a special kind of chlorophyll, that is known as X or A note, present over here. This is a special kind of chlorophyll that is acting as a primary electron acceptor. Now this primary electron acceptor is going to give this electron to the next electron carrier that is present over here, and now that is going to be given to quinone. A1 is present over here, I am writing this over here, A1 is quinone. So this is pass on, the electron is present, the electron is passed on to this quinone. After this quinone, that is going to enter into a FeS complex. A FeS complex is there. So electron is passed to the FeS complex. This FeS complex is generally having FeSX, FeSA and FeSB. Later on it is going to be passed on to plastoquinone. PQ is standing for plastoquinone. Cytochrome B6F, F complex. And when the electron is moving to this cytochrome B6F complex, here some of the energy is being released. यहाँ पर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कुछ एनर्जी रिलीज कर देते हैं और इस एनर्जी को यूज किया जाता है एक प्रोटॉन ग्रेडियंट बनाने के लिए. प्रोटॉन्स आर गोइंग टू बी मूविंग एंड थ्रू द हेल्प ऑफ दीज प्रोटॉन्स a reaction is going to be taking place, that is ATP formation. We will see this portion in detail, that why these things are happening when we are going to talk about chemiosmotic theory. But now up to here we need to understand that whenever the electrons are passing through the cytochrome B6 complex, here some of the energy is being loosed. इस एनर्जी को एक प्रोटॉन ग्रेडियंट बनाने के लिए यूज किया जाता है एंड विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस प्रोटॉन ग्रेडियंट ATP इज बीइंग सिंथेसाइज्ड. देन this from this cytochrome B6 complex, this is passed to plastocyanine. PC stands for plastocyanine, and finally this plastocyanine is giving back this electron to the photocenter. So photocenter absorb energy, came to higher excited state, emitted a electron. That electron passed through a sequence of electron carriers where ATP is being synthesized and the lower energy. Now the electron is coming at lower energy state and finally it is coming to the photocenter. In this whole process NADPH is not formed, which I told you in the starting कि यहाँ पर NADPH नहीं बनता है because carbon fixation नहीं होती है. This is how the cyclic photophosphorylation is taking place and that is with the help of photosystem 1 only. The second type of photophosphorylation is non-cyclic photophosphorylation, जो normal conditions में आकर होता है, where light intensity is proper, where CO2 fixation is taking place और जहाँ पर ATP और NADPH secrete होता है, NADPH synthesize होता है. So let's see how non-cyclic photophosphorylation is occurring. So let's understand non-cyclic photophosphorylation. That is going to be the most common one. Both photosystem 1 and photosystem 2 are going to be 1 and 2. Both photosystem are involved in this photophosphorylation. Here an important event is happening, that is photolysis of water. And for this photolysis of water, a oxygen evolving complex is present. कहाँ present होता है ये oxygen evolving complex? Thylakoid की जो inner membrane है, this is the lumen of thylakoid, and this inner membrane of the thylakoid is going to have this oxygen evolving complex, and this oxygen evolving complex is responsible for breakdown of water, जिसमें electrons emit होंगे and वहाँ से ऑक्सीजन लिबरेट होती है. यहाँ से जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एमिट होते हैं, these electrons they are being accepted by PS2. उन इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को कौन एक्सेप्ट करता है? PS2. टू एक्सेप्ट करता है. After getting the electrons, PS2 is going to come at the higher energy state. Electrons emit करेगा and finally these electrons are moving through the electron carriers coming to PS1 and they are going to be involved in NADPH formation. So they are not coming back to the photo center. So let's see how these events are happening. So that's a non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So there is a reaction center. Initially PS2 is functioning. That's why I am writing P680 with antenna complex. Now along with this, here a oxygen evolving complex is also there. But this oxygen evolving complex is there. When light is going to come, then it is responsible for the breakdown of water and electrons are being emitted. The oxygen is going to be liberated out, atmosphere में release हो जाती है. जो oxygen है, this protons they are going to be present in the lumen of thylakoid. और जो यहाँ से इलेक्ट्रॉन्स मूव कर रहे हैं, these electrons are being accepted by this antenna complex and photocenter, and these electrons again they are moving to the primary electron acceptor. तो यहाँ पर primary electron acceptor is pheophytene. This pheophytene is acting as a primary electron acceptor. This primary electron acceptor is going to transfer the electrons to another electron carrier, that is plastoquinone. From plastoquinone it is moving to cytochrome B6F complex, and just like we talked about in cyclic photophosphorylation, when it is moving through this cytochrome B6F complex, at that time electron are going to lose energy. Because of this energy, a proton gradient is going to be formed, and this proton gradient is going to be involved in the formation of ATP. So here ATP molecule is being generated. Now this cytochrome B6F complex is going to emit this this electron to plastocyanine. When plastocyanine is getting the electron, plastocyanine is transferring this electron to another photosystem, that is P700 with its antenna complex. So from here this electron is coming to photosystem 1, this is PS1, and again electron is being emitted out. यहाँ पर इसका प्राइमरी इलेक्ट्रॉन एक्सेप्टर प्रेजेंट है, विच वी ऑलरेडी टॉक्ड अबाउट, दैट इज एक्स और ए नोट. अगेन इलेक्ट्रो कैरियर्स प्रेजेंट हैं, क्विनोन इज गोइंग टू बी प्रेजेंट, FeS कॉम्प्लेक्स इज देयर, फेरोडॉक्सिन प्रेजेंट है, फेरोडॉक्सिन इज गिविंग इट टू FNR, एंड फाइनली यहाँ पर जो इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेजेंट है, that energy is being utilized by a NADP reductase, and here a reaction is taking place in which a NADP plus is combining with H positive and NADPH is formed, that is a reduced assimilatory power. So जो इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ से निकला था, that electron is not coming back to the photosystem, but that electron has been used in the reduction of NADP. And NADPH is formed. The enzyme that is used over here is NADPH reductase. That is NADPH reductase. This NADPH reductase is present at the outer membrane of thylakoid, and this is how the reaction is going to complete. So that is non-cyclic photophosphorylation, in which electron is being emitted out and this electron is not coming to the photocenter and two assimilatory pairs ATP and NADPH are being formed, which are further going to be used in the dark reaction where fixation of carbon dioxide is going to occur. This is how the two photophosphorylation are working. In this next topic, let's understand ATP formation. जब हम बात कर रहे थे कि दोनों ही सिस्टम्स साइक्लिक फोटोफॉस्फोराइलेशन और नॉन साइक्लिक फोटोफॉस्फोराइलेशन, व्हेन द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर मूविंग थ्रू साइटोक्रोम B6F complex, they are going to lose some energy and ATP synthesis is taking place. So this whole thing is showing कि how cytochrome B6F is involved in losing the electron energy और ATP वहाँ से कैसे बनती है. So first let's understand this diagram. ये थाइलेकोइड है, दिस इज अ थाइलेकोइड. ये थाइलेकोइड की बाहर वाला सरफेस है, ये थाइलेकोइड का अंदर का सरफेस है. द इंटीरियर साइड ऑफ थाइलेकोइड इज नोन एज ल्यूमन और इसके बाहर जो रीजन प्रेजेंट है ऑब्वियसली दैट इज द स्ट्रोमा. नाउ फ्रॉम द वेरी इनिशियल स्टार्ट करते हैं. से इट इज अ नॉन साइक्लिक फोटोफॉस्फोराइलेशन. तो नॉन साइक्लिक फोटोफॉस्फोराइलेशन में PS2 इज इन्वॉल्व, PS1 इज इन्वॉल्व और दोनों के बीच में बहुत सारे इलेक्ट्रॉन कैरियर्स हैं जो फोटो सिस्टम 2 से इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को कहाँ सप्लाई करते हैं, फोटो सिस्टम 1 के पास सप्लाई करते हैं. आई हैवंट रिटन ऑल द इलेक्ट्रॉन कैरियर्स, आई हैव जस्ट मेंशन्ड द साइटोक्रोम B6F complex. So B6F complex is going to lie between both PS2 and PS1. Now starting from the initial oxygen evolving complex, I told you somewhat here towards the inner membrane of thylakoid, oxygen evolving complex is there and this oxygen evolving complex is responsible for the breakdown of water. यहाँ से हाइड्रोजन आयंस निकल रहे हैं और ऑक्सीजन, and this oxygen is going to be liberated out. Plus electrons are also releasing. इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जो यहाँ से रिलीज होते हैं, इन इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को कौन एक्सेप्ट करता है, PS2 एक्सेप्ट करता है. सो द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स दैट आर कमिंग फ्रॉम द ब्रेकडाउन ऑफ वाटर दैट आर बीइंग एक्सेप्टेड बाय PS2. PS2 इज गोइंग टू एमिट दीज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. इलेक्ट्रॉन कैरियर्स आर गोइंग टू बी देयर जो इसको साइटोक्रोम B6F तक लेके जाएंगे और साइटोक्रोम B6F से आगे इट इज गोइंग टू मूव टू PS1. We are going to focus on the point where the electrons are reaching to this cytochrome B6F. जब ये साइटोक्रोम B6F पर पहुंचता है इलेक्ट्रॉन, उस टाइम पे जो एनर्जी रिलीज होती है, उस एनर्जी की वजह से स्ट्रोमा में जितने भी प्रोटॉन्स प्रेजेंट हैं, स्ट्रोमा रीजन इज हैविंग प्रोटॉन्स, these protons are going to move from this stroma region to the thylakoid region. This is the proton gradient. यहाँ पर जो एनर्जी रिलीज हुई, इस एनर्जी को यूज़ किया गया स्ट्रोमा से प्रोटॉन्स को कहाँ मूव करवाने के लिए, थाइलाकोइड के ल्यूमन में मूव करवाने के लिए. एंड दिस इज हाउ लोड्स ऑफ प्रोटॉन्स आर बीइंग मूव्ड थ्रू दिस साइटोक्रोम एंड ऑलरेडी प्रोटॉन्स आर देयर बिकॉज दीज प्रोटॉन्स आर कमिंग फ्रॉम द फोटोलिसिस ऑफ वाटर. और ज़्यादा प्रोटॉन्स कहाँ से आ गए, स्ट्रोमा से आ गए, कहाँ पर, ल्यूमन में. And the concentration of protons is going to be more in lumen as compared to the stroma. This has happened during this non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Now these protons, they are not having any other pathway to escape this thylakoid lumen and move into stroma. The only pathway that is present for these protons to move out of the lumen is this F0 F1 पार्टिकल. सिर्फ यही एक पाथवे है जिसकी हेल्प से ये प्रोटॉन स्ट्रोमा रीजन में वापस से ल्यूमन में कहाँ आएंगे, स्ट्रोमा रीजन में आएंगे. सो दिस F0 F1 पार्टिकल इज हेल्पिंग इन द मूवमेंट ऑफ प्रोटॉन्स. दिस इज डाउन द कंसंट्रेशन ग्रेडियंट, हायर कंसंट्रेशन टू lower concentration, and here a enzyme is present that is ATP synthase. And this downward movement of protons is responsible for the conversion of ATP, ADP plus inorganic phosphate that is present in stroma region into ATP, and finally the protons are going to be present over. protons move करते जाएंगे और protons की movement की वजह से ATP synthesis is going to be happening, and these protons are only going to move through this F0 F1 particle. This is how the ATP is being synthesized. नाउ ये प्रोटॉन्स अब कहाँ प्रेजेंट है, स्ट्रोमा रीजन में प्रेजेंट है, और यहाँ पर एक और एंजाइम प्रेजेंट है दैट इज NADPH reductase. So this enzyme is going to utilize these protons, and another reaction is going to take place. NADP plus these protons are going to combine and they are responsible for the formation of NADPH. So because of the movement of these protons from lumen to stroma, ATP synthesis is going to be responsible for the formation of ATP, while the protons that are going to be now present in the stroma region, they are utilized by NADPH reductase to form NADPH. This is how two assimilatory pairs are going to be formed, and this chemiosmotic theory was given by Michel, and this is simply based on proton gradient that is being formed. This proton gradient, अगर हम respiration की बात करते हैं, there also energy is being synthesized, mitochondria energy release करता है, there also this proton gradient is going to be formed exactly like this way, but that is taking place in mitochondria, inner membrane of mitochondria. और अगर हम chloroplast की बात करते हैं, here also during the process of photosynthesis, ATP and NADPH are being formed, or proton gradient is going to occur in the lumen of the thylakoid, and this proton gradient is responsible for formation of assimilatory pairs that is being explained by the chemiosmotic theory of ATP formation. So that's all for today. Next time we are going to discuss about the reactions that are involved in photosynthesis. We know light reaction is there, that is going to occur first, and then dark reaction is going to be there. So most of the events of light reaction we have already discussed, so we are going to discuss them briefly, and later on we will come on to the dark reaction.